welcome on this channel. We welcome the new ones, we welcome the old ones. I know you've always come here to see me, and I can't thank you enough. So thank you so much for always coming. So today, let's just talk about the truth. Canadian residency, Canadian permanent residency. Many of you will hear the word PR, permanent residency. In America, you like saying green card. In Canada, we like saying PR, permanent residency. So thank you so much for coming. My hope is you learn one or two things today. All right, so let's talk the truth about Canada that no one talks about. This is just the pure truth that no one talks about. Stick around, listen to the end of the video. I'm not gonna keep you here. You're not gonna wish and say, Janet, but you're not saying what you need to say. Number one, for those of you who are going to the embassy, I know the appointments are becoming hard, whether in Canada, in America, appointments are becoming tough. The pandemic, okay? Especially the American embassy. It's becoming hard. Don't give up, because from experience, when time comes for schools to open, these embassies send more personnel. I don't know what happens, but usually the appointments, they just start increasing. So let's hope it happens for you this time. So let's talk about Canada. Permanent residency can come in many ways, and most of you know how people get to Canada. True or false? You know how people get to Canada. We know very well you are going to the express entry. Many of you follow Janet for many years and you prepared yourself. So let's review, because don't get tired. I remember one person asked me one day on Facebook saying, Janet, why do you keep on repeating the same things? Which is rare. Every video, more than likely, I say something that you've never heard about. I'll be honest. But this person said, Janet, why do you keep on doing the same thing? I said, but do you think I meet many followers? Just because you're very informed does not mean the new follower knows what I'm talking about. So it's very, very important that I tell my people everything, and some things I'll keep on repeating. So for revision's sake, some of you have done express entry. If you don't know what express entry, of course, you have to enter all those things. IELTS, credential evaluation, your experience, your family, and each entry you enter points. You meet the threshold, they invite you into the pool so that you can apply for permanent residency. Janet has talked about that. And stick around till the end. I will weave all this information together so you can choose one of those programs that will truly work for you. Janet has talked about provincial nominee programs. Provincial nominee programs are less stringent, less requirements. So some of the time they might require less IELTS. You know how you have to score very well to be competitive in the express entry. Like your IELTS has to be good, the spoken, the written, the comprehension, okay, and the listening skills. All of them have to be very good. Okay, so someone says how to come to Canada, the comment went very fast. So anyway, when it comes to provincial nominee programs, Janet has said that is less stringent. Some rural programs, of course. If you go to Canadian provinces, by the way, you need to be familiar with Canadian provinces. Okay, you need to be, when Janet talks about these things, you need to go to the map. You need to know where Nova Scotia is. You need to know where New Brunswick is. You need to know where, Quebec is. All those things you need to know. You need to know where these places are. So, but that's besides the point. There are many programs, like this Canadian Experience class, different requirements. Of course, some of you, you'll go there as visitors, and some of you will go there as students. Now, let me tell you, this is what separates people. Do you understand? Like, I want to hit this hard, because what Janet is telling you is what will make a difference. And if you're serious, this is how you will succeed in Canada. Remember, right now we are many people online, and I love it. Now you're getting vloggers and bloggers like us who are in the Western nation. Janet brings you American, Janet brings you Canadian. So many of us are being informed. People from the Sunshine Continent, India, everywhere, China, Philippines, Nigeria, everywhere, they're all in that pool. So what does that mean? The whole world is entering the express entry. Remember, just like the green card, when it first started, people used to win very easily because not so many people knew about the green card. Many people now are starting to know express entry. Many people are now knowing provincial nominee programs, Canadian Experience class, and all those. What does that mean? A lot of competition. And Janet was the first one to tell you guys, go to Canada.ca. Go to the job bank, how to find jobs, how to set up your LinkedIn. Find a way to get those people. And it's true, some of you listen to Janet and congratulations, you're in Canada. But some of us, we're in the express entry, we have the master's program, we passed very well in the IELTS in all the 4 subjects. We've done our credential evaluation through ways. Everything looks set. We've put in our bachelor's degree. We've put in our master's. We've put in our age. All those things are points, 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 points. Your profession, points. But what you're missing is this. Let me come to the meat and bones of this video. What you're missing is 2 things. Canadian employer. Number 2, you are lacking Canadian work experience. True or false? True or false? I know some of you come to me and say, but Janet, I can't find a job. I've tried all those job banks. Some of them return the calls. Some of them tell me, if I was here, if I had done this, well, let just Janet tell you the truth. This is what we are going to do. Now, some of us will come from countries that have not struck any deal with Canada. Therefore, they cannot invite us there over the summer or something like that for young people to go and do internship in Canada. We don't have that. So I'm speaking to you. Some of these young people probably come from other countries, Asian countries, from the Caribbean, from South American countries. They have deals with the Canadian government. So therefore, they're allowed to go and do these things with or without a visa. Do you understand? We don't have that. And now Janet comes straight to the point. This is what Janet is going to tell you. This is the truth. That's why I was telling you, when you listen to Janet, don't push her, okay? You have to wait. You can't just be telling her, Janet, push them, push, Jen, welcome, push, but you spit those points. This is what matters the most. Whether you're in express entry, whether you are in provincial nominee programs, okay, whether you are looking to get through the Canadian experience class, or you are in one of those rural areas, how do you call them? Checks, wherever, I don't know, I can't pronounce those names. People in Canada can pronounce. Let me not try. There are some of those very rural places in Canada that you are more likely to get a job. That is true. But the thing that will separate you away from the crowds, overcrowding, is for you, number 1, to find an employer, and number 2, to get Canadian experience. Listen to me. Listen to me. If you're one of those people who has watched these videos and you're in the express entry and you're just hoping that the next time there's a draw, they will take you. I've watched these things even during the pandemic. Someone is saying, lovely. Someone else, I love your comments. Thank you so much for coming. Let me tell you, this is what will separate you from the rest. And I'm glad you're watching Janet Rangi. I know she's American. I'm American, by the way. I need to stop saying, oh, the embassy, the American embassy, I'm part of them. Legally speaking, I'm very American as it gets, okay? Okay. Now, don't say, Janet, you are not in Canada, I'm in America. Yes, but Janet has done a lot of research. She read. You can see everything is coming from my head because I've been doing this for a long time. This one will separate you. Hello, everyone. Job in Canada, an experience in Canada. Guess what? If you are in express entry, and you get a Canadian employer, guess what will happen to your points? Up! The next time they have a draw, you are more likely to win. Do you understand? So, and by they stick around, I'm going to say how. Janet doesn't finish her videos. You've watched Janet for a long time. She's one of those who will not leave you hanging. I will never leave you hanging. I'm going to complete my video. I'm not going to give you half-baked information and then I tell you, hey, for more information, please come in my email and then I will tell you the truth. No, I'll tell you everything today. And by the way, if you need my email, janetrangi67@gmail.com. I'm doing Canada too, if you didn't know. I help people to go to Canada. There is no question about that. Professional job. As we speak, there are people, we are working with the ones who are waiting to go in September. That I do. But the reason I'm here today is to educate you so that you don't waste your time waiting. Do you know express entry? After 2 years, the profile is null and void. So you have to start all over again. And we are not going to be like that. And I'm meeting many of you. You've done all these things, you've done everything, you've done IELTS, you've done ways, you've put in everything, and now you're just lining up, but you don't seem to meet the threshold. And Janet is saying, first of all, get an employer because your points will just shoot up. And number 2, you need to have that job experience. I can see why you're telling me, yes, I can find a job. Of course, I can go to Job Bank, I can go to LinkedIn, I can liaise with people, I can have connection. That is possible for me to get an employer before I go to Canada. But the truth is, even that employer will have to process for you permanent residency. But how do you get the Canadian experience, my friends? You have to be there. Let's just say the truth. Janet says the truth. Okay, me, I love you, I love you, I love you. But I say the truth, my friends. That's why you love me, you love me. Okay, I love you, I love you, I love you. Well, some of you might not like me, but I know most of you do. And I love you back. Because I'm telling you, we need to find this job. Give me a job. Give me Canadian experience. Give me Canadian experience. I'm going to go to the express entry. All of a sudden, I'm going to beat all these people from all over the world. Because my points are just going to shoot up. Okay, so don't sit there waiting for manna from heaven. Manna from heaven. Manna. No. Manna is good. Janet loves manna. Me, I love manna. Don't get me wrong. Me, I love manna. I love manna. But what Janet is telling me is the truth. Let's find this employer so that we can shoot our points. If it's Canadian experience class, it will be even better. Express entry, any program you're in, please. Let's find a job and then let's find work experience. Now listen to me. Listen to me. As I said, if your country, sorry for pointing fingers, I'm American. We are not going to point fingers, but I'm just using my hands, okay? This is what we are going to do. We are going to use the resources that are available. And Janet, what are these resources? What are these resources? Janet, please tell us, because there is no green card in Canada. There's just PR. Listen to me. All of you listening to this video. You have to do this. You are going to Canada, number one, as a student. And I don't care how many videos you've watched. Okay, Janet says things and they happen because they are true. I don't care how many you've watched. Let us go to Canada as students, and I will explain why. Number two, let's go to Canada as visitors. Visiting visa, student visa. And I know there are many other visas you can utilize. Go there as fiancé. You know, I don't care. You go marry Canadian. That is very true. It's very easy, by the way. Just like America. You want that PR, you marry Canadian. No one has said no. By the way, those are what follow Janet. It's just the truth. Sometimes people waste time and tell you all this. I was one of them. I keep on banging express entry, which I like. Many of you did not know. So now you know that there's express entry, there's PNP programs. Don't worry. But how about let us find ourselves there? And by the way, if you're in the medical field, and I don't care which one, there's a pathway for you. If there's a third pathway for you, no, not third, many. Lab technologists, radiologists, nurses, think of anyone in the hospital, physical therapists. There's that pathway. If you get an employer tomorrow, they will process for you plus your family. You don't even need these express entry things. If you have any questions, follow me. I have my people in Canada. They are very good. Okay, they deliver from A to Z. Okay, world class, of course, world class. Do you understand? But I'm just telling you, did you know, if you're in medical field, you can use that avenue. You don't have to be in express entry. You do not have to go as a student, and you do not have to go as a visitor. But this is the truth about permanent residency in Canada. This is the truth. Of course, it's available. Canada is out there saying, hey, we need immigrants. In fact, our goal is to have maybe, I don't know how many millions immigrants in the next 3 or 4 years. And they will approximate numbers and say, this year we need 300 or 400,000. Next year we need 300 or 400,000. And that is a very good message to us. Because they are out there actively recruiting. And you know what? One day I was doing a video and someone said, Janet, Canada is not just there dishing. Someone can look at that comment and think like it's rude. I didn't think it was rude, but I felt it was negative because me, I'm encouraging my people, and someone is out there busy saying, Canada is not there dishing, you know. But you know what? There was some truth. So let me tell you the truth about this. First of all, not all politics support immigration. Don't get me wrong. But number two, it's not that easy as people are starting to put it on YouTube. Do you understand? I know sometimes we get excited because of the numbers. But the real numbers are in the truth. Never forget that. Never forget that if you are listening to me. Me, I know myself. I have the experience. And I'm telling you, I can have the most boring video, but I will get the best information for people. And guess what? I end up getting more business. I end up getting more love. Because what? I'm authentic. If something is true, it's true. If I see a weakness, I'll just tell you this is weak. I am not coming here to lure you with things. Oh, look. Hey. No. Janet is about the truth, my friends. Okay? And by the way, I will tell you the truth. So let's do this. This is the truth. Unless you are going to marry Canadian, which I will encourage some of you to fall in love. There's nothing wrong with you. Okay, there is no penalty falling in love with these people and getting this PR. They will be happy to, they love your accent, they love how you talk, all that. So use that. But number two, we are going there. If you are those professionals, of course, but visiting visa, remember, is an option. Student visa is an option. Let me start with students. In Canada, once you're there as a student and you go to school 1 to 2 years, you have a pathway to permanent residency. Do you understand that? It's not like America. I tell you, come to America, but do nothing. But because I don't see a clear pathway for you in America, unless again you marry American, Janet is just there like, you know what? Instead of going under the table, doing the wrong things, I'm like, come to America, but remember to switch to nursing. In Canada, I'm not even asking for nursing. In Canada, I'm not even asking for nursing. All I'm saying, how about you go there as students, and once we reach there, there's a pathway. There's a clear pathway for people who go to Canada as students, and they go to school and complete 2 years of university. No, university can never be 2 years, but 2 years of some sort of college. There's a pathway. There's a pathway for you. So that is one avenue. And I know you say, but Janet, yes, of course, bank statements, they will need those things. And you know, that does not come easy. But remember, sometimes some of you ask too many questions, and that's how you fail. By the way, there's nothing wrong about asking questions. But you have one of those, but what if I go there, Janet? This school fees is expensive. Yes, it's expensive. But Janet, I need a scholarship. Yes, you need a scholarship. But Janet Rangi followers do not start with asking questions. They start with a strong desire to succeed, because if you have the desire, anything is possible. I know. You listening to me right now, you don't have even money in your pocket. But guess what? You will be in Canada. Why? Because of the strong desire to succeed. You just listen to Janet and you pick the main points. You pick the main points. You just have to be... You think these people in Canada, they will not help you? You think they will not teach you how they went to school? But you will never know until you go there. I love you. Until you go there, you will not know how students pay for fees. And I've seen some of you even get admission and you are too scared. And by the way, Empower and Prodigy are also in Canada. Those are student loans for international students. I don't try to make applications using those. I believe in you using your own hands and winning, because me, if I can't explain to you how you'll pay, I'm not going to try to mislead you. And then you go get those loans, and then after 3 years, but Janet told me, now look, I'm stuck. No. By the way, it's an avenue for you to cross. Don't get me wrong, but make sure you get a job to pay back. So if you're one of those people who are scared, you have to watch how people pay for universities and colleges. By the way, the United States means the same in Canada. These laws are almost the same. Okay, you are going to find out how to pay, learn how people survive, and you'll just be there. Someone says, Janet, I'm back. Welcome. Do you understand? So student visa, don't look at it as an impossibility, but look at it as a way to get into Canada. Student visa in Canada, you can also work 20 hours per week, but that is questionable whether they will count that experience as professional experience or student experience. It might not help you through the express entry, but at least you're on the ground. And once you finish, there's a clear pathway for you to join these rural immigration programs. And by the way, if you have Canadian experience and you have Canadian education, your express entry points. Now let's go to the most important one, which many of you qualify. I told you guys, you better stay until the end of the video, and Janet will deliver the bang. Me, I always deliver. Okay, now this is not magic. Me, I'm not saying anything that is magic. And I'm not luring anyone by fancy topics. My topic is real. When you see my topic, honestly, I'm just being real. Okay? Now, visiting visa. Do you understand? Why? And I said that, I think, was it here or on Facebook? When the pandemic came, they did not have enough employees. Businesses were struggling. Guess what? Government policy said, hey, employers, feel free. At this point, we are desperate. There's nothing we can do. We need these people. So feel free to do what? To employ people if they come in. Just someone is stuck with tuition. I'm telling you, you better watch Janet in all the videos. Whatever I say in America, just transfer it to Canada. It's not any different, believe you me. Hey, employers, you have jobs. Canadians are not feeling this. The pandemic, some of them are scared to come out. Think the role of pandemic is rolling very slow. So what you do, give work permits. And now people who are there on visiting visa, they started getting work permits. And guess what? During the pandemic, in fact, almost many people that are in Canada, they made the threshold for express entry. It was too low. Because they were in Canada, they already have Canadian experience, they already have Canadian education, and that's why I insist, guys, don't just sit there because Janet taught you express entry and now you are waiting for manna to fall. You have to be proactive. Even if you have express entry, guess what? Once you become a student there, points, express entry. You understand? And points in other areas, you get permanent residency. But the most important I wanted to tell us, because me, I know us. Okay, visiting visa doesn't need very heavy financial burdens. And why am I for this? When the pandemic came, as I was trying, before I lost the train of thought, they allowed employers to give work permits. So meaning, if we get there as visitors, they will give us what? A work permit. We just have to ask for that work permit. And don't get me wrong, no one is out there advertising that come to Canada as visitors. As visitors, we'll give you jobs. That is one thing I always say. If you watch my video, other people's video, try and, like weave this information together. Try and weave the information. Don't pick one video and think it's gospel. Try and put points together. Even this visiting visa, it was, the law was passed, but there were visitors there already. So they were saying, hey, if they are here, just give them jobs. And we'll give them what? Work permit. So that program almost expired. They went ahead and renewed it. So it has been renewed. But it's going all the way to February 2023. So this is the train of change. This is the time for you to enter as what? A visitor, because you are more likely to get what? A job legally. And what does that mean? Now let's go to the main point of this video, the truth about permanent residency. Once you are in there as a visitor, listen to me, once you are in there as a visitor and you get a job and you get a work permit, okay, your points will get there, and by the way, you'll apply for something called Canadian Experience Class. You've joined the ranks of those who have experience in Canada. My friends, this is how people succeed. This is how people succeed. You cannot just take one. Janet says express entry. No. Number two, this is where you go wrong. Janet will hit the main points. You have to watch everything she's saying and put together the other videos. Some of you, this is what will happen. You watch Janet Ranki video and say, I'm going to go. I'm going to try and apply myself because now I'm going to save money. Hey, you go there. You don't even know the rules of a visiting visa. Some of you go there saying how you found a job. I see these things, my friends. If you are not sure, never put yourself there thinking you are an expert. As I said, if you need someone to help you, please feel free. janetranki67@gmail.com, or you go to janetranki.com. I will take you to the right person. But the thing you cannot do is to start doing things for yourself. Do them. But you have the facts. Because some of us, we are just listening to too many people online and we think we know. No, you have to weave the information together. And this is a perfect example of someone who has watched one video and said, but yeah, I hear people, they go there, they can get a job, it's legal, true. But when you're applying for a visiting visa, my friend, the law of visiting visa will not change. Remember, just because employers are giving people jobs does not mean that now you can just walk in Canada and tell them how you found a job. The law of the visiting visa will kick you out. They will deny you because you are not proving your ties back home. The laws of, in fact, I need to make a video on this. This is very, very important. I need to make a video about the laws of each visa. Because remember, any temporary visa, whether in America or Canada, you are going to prove that your ties are back home. It doesn't matter if you've heard people on YouTube, on Facebook, with Janet say that, hey, if you go to Canada, you are a student with 2 years, you get what? PR. Some of you misunderstand. Now you think when you can just apply for myself, and then when I'm giving the reasons why I'm traveling, I'm going to say that job offer, I'm going to get a job offer, and then I'll get the Canadian Experience Class. They will deny you. Do you understand? Remember, the law came just because of the pandemic. It did not override the visiting visa laws. It just said if someone is here, yes, it's legal. And that's why as we want to squeeze ourselves there if we can. If we can't, we can't. But if we can, get in there before time. How? You either learn everything on Canada.ca, do it yourself, or you can come to some of us who have people whom you can trust, who are not scammers. Some of you take things to scammers. Who are these credible people? People that understand the process, people that are already on the ground. No longer, if you are someone listening on YouTube and you're one of those people using people on the streets of Nairobi, of Kampala, of Abuja, of Accra, okay, of Lagos, you are missing out. Now, with this technology, my friends, you have people coming in the air and telling you they live here, they know what they are saying, they're on the ground. It's the best offer you've ever got. I always joke, like, and people think I'm lying. The good news, I always say, if you go to janetrangi.com, you will find my number. If there's a problem, you just tell the police there. We know where to find her. You have no fear. Number two, if you get applications using some of us, you know that even if they deny you, the application process was clean, it was transparent, and we tried to make it world class. World class, okay? Now, I'm just telling you because visiting visa and all these Canadian visa, they have a protocol you have to follow. Okay, don't get me wrong. Of course, I'm struggling. Let me steal for you. I'm not going to keep you a quick secret. You know, I make applications for people in America, especially student visa. But now, you know, I've gotten good help. Do you understand? Before, I didn't have enough help. So I was failing. What does failing mean? It means more complaints. And I'm one of those to own up. But the good news with Janet, when she sees a problem, she fixes. Okay? So some people, I didn't get you. But I'm on the emails. So I'm working so hard to get a lot of help for American. For American applications, yes. Have I gotten complaints? Yes. But I deliver 100% of community colleges admissions. I deliver 100% of English programs. And I struggle with universities. Universities, I think 89% admission rate. Some of you bring me your application and your papers are very difficult. So it's going to take me time to find something. I just don't give up. I still deliver admission. Okay? But please, okay, some people come with their own intentions. They are very quick. They want to go to Canada. They want to go to America. And then now you become the problem. So don't try business if you are not someone who is a strong-willed. You have to really manage those things, you know, people, I want this. I'm like, oh, I'm not the university. I'm not the embassy. I can't do anything, but I'm going to do my best. But when it comes to Canada, don't do, why am I saying, and this is very important, I almost forgot. Canadian applications, everything is paperwork. You are not going at the window. You're not going to fill the DS-160 or DS-260 and say, I'm going to go to Canada. No, everything is paperwork, meaning the paperwork has to be world-class. It has to be good standards. Okay, someone says, Beth, you are doing a good job. Beth is feeling sorry with Janet because some people attack Janet. They do attack me, but I love them. I'm very strong-willed. You know, the good news, Janet is the part of you. When you go strong, she goes stronger. Okay, and she succeeds in the end. Okay, the thing is, I make it right for everyone. Do you understand? So why is it so hard for one to do nursing in Canada, especially if she's from the Sunshine Continent? Good question. I've gotten people who are nurses and they always want to come to America. This is the answer. I cannot say why. You are not the first person to tell me that. But I always tell people, if you are a nurse, you are one of those people. I'm just straightforward. Leave this Canada to other people. They do not have green cards like you do. You have green cards in America, so attempt to come to America. Like, it's that simple. I'm just saying, unless you can't pass the NCLEX, which is a tough exam, okay? But if you're a nurse, I think your target should be America. Yes, I've had that comment. Why? I cannot give you an answer. What is Janet saying? We are going to Canada on a visiting visa. We are going to utilize this period where they are giving work permits to people who are coming as visitors. And then now, even if we are not educated, we are going to use again. We are not very educated, okay? We do not have strong points to win in the express entry. Guess what we are going to do? Guess what we are going to do? We are going to visiting visa, get an employer while after we get there, and then get into the Canadian experience class. Voila, permanent residency. Once we work for a few months, we demonstrate a good bank statement and money, we are going to file for our family members. Who are these family members? Of course, I think even them is under 21. We have children, spouse. Good thing with Canada, they even take common law. Can we stay? They take those ones. Grandma and grandpa, they even include, I think. So, in a nutshell, Canada is more, both countries are good, but Canada is kind of family friendly. It's not going to separate a family for way too long. In fact, people that come for my consultation, I look at the total picture. What am I seeing? What age am I seeing? What is the marital status here? What are the children here? What schools? Yeah, how old? And then I make a total picture and I'm like, you know what? Although you love America, and I know you love America, but I don't see a clear pathway for you and your family in the future. You will get there, but the pathway is long. The pathway is frustrating. Okay, but if you do this in Canada, I think you are more likely to succeed. Are you, some of you understanding? Are you now understanding what Janet does? Okay, sometimes you think like when you go on a consultation, you are losing. I had one client and told me, Janet, I invested in myself. And it's true. Some of you now, you, because of Janet, just pay attention. Even after you get a visa, it's not done. Have a plan. Let someone design for you a professional plan, which I do. I will design for you a plan that will help you the rest of your life. So it doesn't matter whether you meet bad company, good company, you're in safe hands because you invested your time into the right information. Okay, you do not have to watch 50 videos that Janet has made to learn these things. That is why a consultation comes in. Whether you're outside or you got a visa, you haven't gotten a visa, that is just how it works. I'm bringing this to you so that you know information. Information is very powerful. Start valuing information. The problem I've seen with many of us, which we have improved, I have to congratulate many of you. Okay, someone says master's is very high. Watch Janet saying, what is the worst that can happen to you? If you have a return ticket, someone chased you from home, take the plane and go home. And when I say that, people immediately, the risk goes down. If I mention that, people start saying, oh yeah, you are right, Janet, it's true. It's true. If I have a two-way ticket, I have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. So those high fees, you have an offer and you fear, keep fearing. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Keep fearing, you'll never go anywhere. Fear, it never worked. If I was to fear, I'll never come in this camera. But because I know, even my family cares about me. But I always say, every famous person out there, they took courage. They also have mothers, they also have fathers, and we love them. So someone has to you have to take that risk and jump. Do you understand? You have to take that risk and jump, because if you have an offer and you are there, it's up to you. Me, I can tell you, most people that come here or go to Canada are not millionaires. That's why they are going. If they are millionaires, maybe they didn't have the need to go. That is the whole point. But now this is the truth. From now on, in summary, what I'm saying is Canadian work experience, okay, and Canadian job offers are the most important thing here. Embassies are full. That is another thing. Embassies are full. Okay, but us, we know a way of helping, but embassies are full. Do you understand? Whether in Canada or America, those things are just filling up, and that is kind of discouraging some people, because we can tell them, okay, I can give you admission, but don't blame me. I have nothing to do with the embassy. And then, tempers flare up because now people are worried. We need to go to Canada. We need to go to America. You know what? No, relax. And by the way, from experience, I've seen last year, even those people that did not have appointments, or that I tell them, keep checking. When it came to around June, July, before the semester began, the fall, all of a sudden there were openings. So I don't know if they hired more people or they tried, I don't know, but something happened. So I think even now, even if they are full, rest assured, I think they will work on it, because it's their interest to have that classes have to fill up, universities have admitted international students, they need these people for business to keep going, so they are very aware of that. So I'm sure they'll open up more slots, so don't give up, okay? So what have you understood? My goal is to leave you better than you found me. My goal is for you to learn as much as you can. So let's find ourselves in Canada. This is just the truth about PR that no one talks about. I can come here, I can look very cute, I can lure you in all these topics. But Janet comes down to practicability. And by the way, I never lose. I promise you, I never lose. Some people think I lose. I never lose. Oh, Janet, you spill all these secrets. You tell them everything to do. No, who told you I told them everything to do? In fact, most of them come to me for help. Do you understand? It has nothing to do with telling people everything. But me, I really question. Let me tell you why. Before I do a video, maybe I've been admitted 4 times but lost the admission due to funds. Yeah, you didn't watch Janet. Even just watching, even here on YouTube, you Google how to pay for universities and colleges, Janet Rangi. And you listen to me carefully. You listen to Janet carefully, I will have a point. If you are desperate, then just go to Empower and Prodigy. I mean, there are programs out there. I'm sure there are people helping out there using these loans. But in my opinion, if you just go to empower.org, you just choose a school that is Empower affiliated and you make an application through that. I'm just telling you the truth, okay? So now, every video I do, this is what I do, and I think through very, very hard. Number one, the follower, the subscriber, which I'm very happy, keep on subscribing, okay? The subscriber is a smart person. Very smart. You cannot lure them. You cannot tell them that. So I'm very aware of that fact. So when I talk to you, I try to be as practical. I put myself in your shoes. That is how I make up my videos. I'm like, if I was this person, and I know money is an issue. If I was this person and I know I can never make my points in express entry despite watching hundreds of videos on YouTube. If I'm on YouTube and I see people tell jobs in Toronto, jobs are coming here. I've done those videos, but I've never promised you things that I did not show you. I just go. In fact, I've done videos straight into the job bank. I have. Okay, I'm very, very, very practical. And I always ask myself, if I'm the listener on the other side, how is this benefiting you? If I cannot answer that question, I'm bluffing. In America, we call it bluffing. I can never be self-centered. Do you understand? I'd rather take a beating. I'd rather lose followers but continue having my command and respect. I value my brand. That brand, Janet Ranki, I value it a lot. And it's going to take you a lot to destroy. I had one client trying to threaten me. I'm like, I wish on Facebook they could have fixed you. Do you understand? Don't play around with this girl. She loves you, but she's a tough one. You found one that is like you. You know how people fear Kenyans online? Yeah, I don't fear you. I love you. But you find one of your own who can deal with you squarely. Squarely. Don't you just love Janet? Don't you just love Janet? Some of them come to me and try me. I don't make noise, my friend. I have a big stick. Do you understand? I have a big stick and I love you so much. So just do what Janet is telling you, my friends. Let's find ourselves in Canada. Let us find ourselves there on visiting visa, on student visa, on fiancé visa, through marriage. That is just the practical way. You understand? And if you read through the lines, go line up for 5 years to get a visa. It's because you are not investing in yourself and you are not investing in appointments. How about merci beaucoup, asanteni sana, muchas gracias, asanteni, zikomo, adios, until the next video, okay? Salam alaikum, shukran. I will see you in the next video, my friends. How about I love you so much? Subscribe. Our numbers are going up every day. It's because of you, and you, okay? You keep on subscribing and I love it. I'll see you in the next video, okay?